If you study people who are at the pinnacle of anything, you'll discover that to get there, motivation was maybe 1% of the success. 1%. Let's say you want to become a world-class bodybuilder. What that takes is you have to train twice a day, 6 days a week. You have to have 8 meals a day. Your meals are pre-planned and pre-cooked. You don't eat according to taste. You eat according to function. At that point, you may eat half a kilo of chicken that is boiled without salt, because you take in protein. You don't care about the taste. Food must be functional. And then, to get on stage and compete on an average level of bodybuilders, it will take a minimum of 10 years of practice. So when people at the beginning of the year make New Year resolutions, they get motivated. If they have resolution to get in shape, they're motivated to buy new gym gear, motivated to follow all the YouTube channels about fitness, to get gym membership and all that stuff. You are motivated and inspired to get things done. You're going to get in shape. So you go to the gym regularly and try to do things right for a few months, but no results. You get discouraged. Life happens, you get busy, you get sick. You don't feel like doing anything. That's it. Your motivation is gone. When you compare yourself to those who you follow, you may forget that they have been working out for many years to get in shape. You start to lose your motivation. All of a sudden, you stop going to a gym for a day becomes 2, and then 2 days becomes a week. Then you're paying for a gym membership that you're not using. What did you miss? You thought the motivation was the formula. But winners don't need motivation. Winners need discipline. Discipline is about getting it done because it needs to get done. Not because I feel like it. Not because I'm motivated for it. When people achieve success, it's not because they were motivated all the time, but because they made a commitment to it, and they were disciplined enough to see it through. Discipline is far more important than motivation, which is why you want to be careful of the decision you make. Because once you make a decision, you have to see that decision through. First, we make decisions. Then decisions make us. Motivation is completely overrated. It's important though. When we're motivated, we feel good and inspired. But all that will fade. You need a stronger will and deeper commitment to see things through. Discipline works miracles. First piece of that miracle is do what you can with what you have. Do not let neglect grab you by the throat. If you can read, read. If you can take one step, take one step. Do not neglect whatever you can do at the moment. Of course, you can run a multi-billion-dollar business today. Many of today's billionaires couldn't either 10 years or even 5 years ago. Today, they can. Because step by step, year by year, they did what they could. They didn't neglect it. They did the meetings they could. They made calls they could make and read the books they could read. They took classes they could take, and step by step, they got themselves ready. I'm telling you, do not neglect to do whatever you can do, because it will work miracles. Do what you can with what you have. Second piece is do the best you can. Walk as far as you can see, then you can see some more, and then keep on walking. For some people, a word discipline is sort of an ugly word, but what they need to understand is discipline is the most incredible creative force. Discipline builds a career. Discipline develops good health. Discipline forms the most incredible marriage and puts together a friendship that will never quit. Discipline develops skills that can be magnified and impact the world. Discipline opens the door to the creative process and turns nothing into something, and imagination into reality. Be all you can be, and don't let habits drag you down. Don't let things sidetrack you from the full development of what you're capable of being. What could you accomplish if you really had the chance and the discipline to be able to achieve what you really want? What could you really become? What could you earn? How healthy could you really be? How many books or poems could you write? Here's what life is all about: to become all that we can possibly be, the full development of your potentials. That's number one. Number two, the wise use of all of your resources. That's what life is all about.